Did you just start playing Clash of Clans and you have no idea what to do? Are all other YouTube videos covering stuff that is way too advanced to understand? Then my video guides are for you. I set up a new account end of 2022 and will use it to show you Clash of Clans basics, including many hints that I wish I knew when starting to play. You're welcome! So in case you like this idea, let me know. The more people watch them, the more guides I will produce in the future. So let's go! Town Hall level 1 is the tutorial, and even my grandma could do it. I believe it's actually more difficult to fail the tutorial than to advance to Town Hall level 2 in the end. Just one hint: when the chick wants you to spend gems, don't do it. This is premium currency and not worth to spend for speeding up 10 freaking seconds, so just wait it out. The two other currencies that you deal with at this level are gold and elixir. In short, gold is used for upgrading your Town Hall and your defense buildings, elixir is used for upgrading your offense buildings. Town Hall level 2 is where things really start, so let's talk about some basics of this game. For example, what to do first. I would build everything that is cheap and can be built fast, starting with all your new resource buildings, followed by building and upgrading your new defenses. What's the best way to advance then? Should you try to get to Town Hall level 3 as fast as possible now? The answer is a definite maybe, but for now let's assume that you're not insanely rich and that you want to become a kinda skilled player. But at the same time, you also do not want to spend several hours per day playing this app. I mean, we all have a life, right? Right? If these assumptions are true, I would recommend you to upgrade your Town Hall to the next level only when you cannot do any more other upgrades. This has several advantages. In short, you will learn how to use stuff properly, you will not get steamrolled by other players so often, and you will have enough time to develop habits and get an understanding on how to attack another base. I would not recommend you to attack other players yet. First of all, your shield time will be reduced, which is the period where your town is safe from their attacks. Also, you cannot gain a lot, because the loot at this level is typically small. And your units will die quite fast, because they are still very weak. But just for the sake of it, here is how such a battle looks like. You win if you destroy the enemy town hall, or at least 50% of all buildings. The rest is basically a bonus. A quite common way of doing this is to attack with ranged units from a spot that cannot be reached by enemy defenses, so that's what we will do. You will learn that archers are quite useful for this particular reason, so always try to put a few archers in your army. Barbarians are cheap, but they are usually not as versatile as other types, but they are great if you can win battles by the sheer mass of your units. We will talk more about attacking opponents in my Town Hall 3 guide, but for now, just be aware of two things. By default, different types of troops attack different types of buildings first. And you cannot control your troops directly anymore once you have placed them on the battlefield. What you just saw was a so-called multiplayer battle against other peeps. You can also play a single player campaign against the computer. You have already done the first couple of these during the tutorial, it was this goblin thing. This is a great way of learning the principles of the game, and I will also cover these in other guides later. The good thing is that you can play this over and over again, allowing you to try stuff out when there's nothing else to do. Exercise will make you a better player. Now let's come to an important point. Are you willing to spend some cash on this game? If you're rich, then why are you even watching this video? Just buy everything you want and that's it. If you don't want to spend any money, not even a little bit, be aware that in this game you will have to wait for much longer for getting somewhere. The limiting factor in this game is not resources, but it's time. If you play regularly, you won't have any issues to have enough gold or elixir to advance. The real issue is that starting at something like Town Hall level 8, one single upgrade will typically take a few days. And it's not getting any better. Upgrade times are rather going to increase exponentially, so prepare to wait. If you're willing to spend a little amount of money, let's say some $3, I would highly recommend you to buy the Builder's Starter Pack. This will save you a lot of time in the long run and you will advance much faster. Because together with the gems, this will basically give you 2 additional builders to build things in parallel. And I can guarantee you that you will be so happy to have these when your resources are spilling over yet again. Just after that offer there comes another one for about $10 for obtaining yet another builder and some gems. Again, it's your choice, but consider investing these. Otherwise, you need to gather the gems for the other builders through achievements and gem boxes, and this will take forever. I chose to keep this account free to play, so for now I will only have 2 builders because I'm poor, so that's life I guess. So finally let's have a look at the buildings that we got. We have resource, defense and offense buildings. For sure you have figured that out by now. Upgrading building costs resources, training troops for attacks does not cost any resources but time. For For gathering resources and attacking opponents, the layout of your base is not important. Your drills and mines always give the same yield. But it is tremendously important for your defense when other players attack you. If you arrange your buildings right, you have better chances that your defense holds and that your opponent fails to grab your resources. In fact, this is Clash of Clans in a nutshell. Attacking others, trying to beat them, and being attacked by others, trying to survive in various formats. In Town Hall level 2 you have 3 defensive buildings, 2 cannons and an archer tower. All of them attack single targets, so your defense will win if you manage to destroy all units of the attacker before he can destroy your buildings. So how can you defend your Town Hall and your buildings best? Try to put your Town Hall in the center of your buildings and arrange your 3 defensive buildings in a way that they cover each other. You can check the reach by clicking on them, and in between you place your other buildings so that they are also covered by your defenses. Walls provide an additional layer of safety against ground troops, at least the ones that are not attacking from some range. So for now, just put them around your buildings as much as you can. At this level, you don't have a lot of wall elements yet, but they will become increasingly important at higher Town Hall levels. Another small hint, if you place a couple of small buildings in the corners of the map, your opponents will often not realize that they are there in the first place. At this stage at least, this can often be an advantage to make all the difference between winning and losing a battle. Before finally upgrading your Town Hall to level 3, again make sure that you have upgraded all other buildings as much as you can. And then, here you go! In 1 hour from now, you have reached the next stage. Congratulations! So I hope that you have found this little guide useful. Thanks for having watched this video and for stopping by on my channel. Have a fantastic day!